Good morning, everybody. Let's go ahead and get started with our fourth web session, the finishing touch.
Virtual instructor-led training is really the wave of the future when it comes to training our technicians, comfort advisors, installers, anybody in your company. It allows them to stay at home, stay at the office, and log into a training session with their computer. But instead of being just a simple one-way web type training, it's completely interactive.
So let's talk about what we're here to focus on today. So as part of your pre-session work, we asked you to watch a video called What Not to Say on Service Calls.
It starts with being able to see the instructor. You can catch their facial expressions, their body language, as well as their tone. You see the PowerPoint, but you're required to interact on every single slide, whether through using a chat pod, taking a poll, taking a virtual test, and then we can also break all the students up into individual classrooms. So we may start with 20, 30 people on the session, then it comes time to do a communication pattern role play.
Nobody truly enjoys role-playing, so the fact that you're able to do it inside of your own home and feel a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more at ease, I think that truly the technician will engage more into it.
When it comes to role plays through a virtual instructor-led training, we actually get a lot more participation. There's a lot less hesitation, probably because they're not being seen by their colleagues in the classroom. And because it's so fast-paced and intensive, we don't give them a lot of time to sit back and think about their fears or their concerns or stage fright. They're involved all the way at 100% of the time, and they get much better results from the interaction.
Trainings can be somewhat uncomfortable sometimes, having somebody in your face asking you questions, asking you to interact, but having a little bit of a disconnection, still having interaction with people, but being in the comfort of your own place, I think is crucial to receiving good education. You know, you have to be comfortable with it in order to take it in. If you're uncomfortable with it, you're probably only going to get about 10% of it, at least is what I feel.
The software used in virtual instructor-led training is state-of-the-art. Instead of just seeing one screen like you'd see with a webinar, you have several different pods. One pod shows the curriculum that you're presenting on. Another pod is a chat pod where you can talk back and forth with your instructor and class members through chats. Another pod might be a survey, it might be a poll, it might be a test question, it might be a video or a graphic that needs to be displayed. I can interact with all of those. This software opens up the ability for us to do so much more than a traditional one-way data dump session. We can interact with all the students, and it's the power of this software that brings that training right home to them in ways that can be more effective than other training methods.
The virtual format eliminates the need to have to travel to a classroom setting. So in my opinion, it's the perfect way to deliver and teach information.
There's not a huge prerequisite for knowledge of computer software. The instructors, the facilitators start by welcoming you to the training, showing you how all the controls work, so they take your fear out of that, and then you get direct, constant information that's precise, pertinent to what you need to cover in a quick time. It's easy to digest and it's easy to retain. It's the wave of the future. There's no travel costs. There's no out-of-pocket time as your wasted time to get set up in a classroom. You can maximize your time. With the demands the world has on time for us today, it allows us to get concise, cohesive training in a short time that we can use to benefit right away.
The ease of virtual training, I could be at home in my pajamas and still learn. It doesn't get easier than that.